So let's get straight into it, man.
Telling a 6-year-old that it's just a game, who was born with the gift of being an alpha and on fire and competitive, is the worst thing you could do as a parent. Wow. Watching parents that are wildly well-intended systematically suck out the magic of a kid who was born a magician is devastating, and it's people up, because if you're successful in sucking out competition of an alpha 6-year-old, if you're successful in those 12 years that you have them in your roof, you've put indifference on a pedestal. And so what you've done is you've taken someone who is destined to do some really good, and you've actually put a kid into a place of thinking things don't matter. And when you don't think anything matters, and you don't think anything's worth anything, you go down a very dangerous road. Competition is one of the great traits in society, and we must, at all costs, stop demonizing it.
So this clip is, I'm dealing with this clip right now. I have a 7-year-old, her name is 7, and, you know, like the first, I want to say 5 years, you know, she was just confidence on 10. She was fearless. And I'm not saying she doesn't have those things in her now, but what I've noticed is the last, like, I want to say this school year, like the last year, I've been kind of have to reprogram that confidence, you know, and I believe one of the main things is what he said is that a lot of the times you get like your grandmas or you get the surrounding cast that, that come around and say, well, she's only this and she has time. Those type of words are trigger words to me, because I feel like when you tell somebody they only have, you're only going to have what you only have. So I never really used those words growing up, because I've always been a person that, like, if I see something or if I want to do something, I just go out and do it. But when you have like older people, I think a lot of times they have a different way of going by things, or just a different way of parenting. And what I noticed with 7 is that she's like confused right now. She's competitive sometimes, but then sometimes she has that mentality where, well, I have time. Like, I don't have to be as competitive as I want to, or my mom, or it's just. And so this clip is important, because I believe, like, when you do have a kid that's shown you that they have that competitiveness bone in them, you're supposed to basically cultivate that and push that. And that's kind of like what my job's been. And I've been like telling myself this summer, I guess I got to reiterate all that again and really go heavy on it, because that's real. I feel like, a lot of the times too, once your kid starts to, I feel like before she started going to school, she didn't really have an example of a lot of different things. But now she's starting to see different examples. So that's why I feel like it's way more important as a parent to kind of reiterate, those things that we talking about, that confidence, that fearlessness, just like, just being a competitor, just, setting a goal and going out there and getting it and striving for something, like, and not telling yourself, well, you got all this time in the world to do it. No, you don't. Time waits for nobody, and that's one thing you can't get back. So if you can kind of get these tools and these fundamentals at a young age, you're going to be so farther advanced than your peers. And not only that, we're dealing with AI. So it's like, so I just wanted to share this clip. And like you said, man, stop demonizing kids that just want more for themselves at a young age. A lot of these parents, older parents, they be like, well, she has this, while I hear she has so much time, you're so hard on her. What? So when she gets in high school or when she gets to college, that coach that has about 50 kids on his roster and he has to cut 30 of them, what do you think they're going to be on the kid? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just only preparing her for her future. So, there you have it. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on your post notifications. And leave a comment below what you think about this clip.